ಅಶ್ವ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೀನೀಗ?
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ
Host.
ಶೇರ್. ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಶೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಈಗ
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 ಬಂತು.
host. ಹಾ.
ಈಗ ನೋಡು. ಓಕೆ ಮಂಜು. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ನನಗೆ Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hare Krishna. Hello, everybody, dear students and participants. Today, actually, we are having a wonderful topic with a wonderful person, Mr. Harsha Bhanu, Deputy Conservator of Forest of Yellapur region, Uttar Kannada district. He will be presenting topic on a very interesting, important topic: spiritual efforts in conservation, environmental conservation. So I welcome you all for this. Firstly, I welcome our temple president, His Grace Varadakrishna Prabhu, to kindly bless all the participants. And following with this, we will start our, the presentation. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Welcome to you, Prabhu. Varadakrishna Prabhu is temple president of ISKCON, Sri Narasimha Giridhari Temple. On behalf of all the participants and personally, I welcome you, Prabhu. Please kindly bless our students with your kind words. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Dr. Manjunath. And also thank you, Dr. Your name is
Harsha.
not visible. Harsha,
Yes,
the DCF of Yellapura. Thank you, all the devotees who have gathered here, and all the wonderful students. Let me just begin with a small prayer. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Shwa. Hare Krishna. So this, I find the topic fairly interesting and exciting. So you're talking about spiritual efforts in protecting and conserving nature, Mother Earth. So we see that in the descriptions of Lord Krishna's Leela, say for example in Vrindavan, Gokul, etc. There's very elaborate and detailed presentation about the 12 forests in Vrindavan. Those days, Vrindavan was filled with forests. In other words, it was a very balanced and, to use a modern term, a sustainable way of life. There were forests, there were wells, there were there were waterfalls, there were streams, there were lakes, there were rivers, there were parks, there were gardens. All this is vividly described. In fact, Krishna, the Lord, Supreme Lord, chooses these places for performing many of his leelas, where there are shady trees and gentle breeze of Yamuna carrying the small water particles from Yamuna, and grassy meadows where the cows and the calves feed on the very juicy, succulent grass which is grown there. So Lord Krishna invariably chooses such places to perform his pastimes and leelas. And elaborate descriptions are there how the Gopa boys and Krishna would climb onto the trees, jump from one branch to another, play with the monkeys, and very mischievously tease the monkeys and maintain a watch over the cows and calves which are grazing on the slopes of the Govardhan hill or some other hill. And it was mentioned that the water of these lakes were so transparent that you could see the bottom, and there were lotus and lilies floating on the water. And there were water birds which were diving into the water and coming out, making loud chirping noises and fluttering their wings. So it's an extremely uh, nature sensitive description of the places of pastimes of Krishna. And it is specifically mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam that the trees used to be lined on both sides with large shade giving trees. I mean, the roads would be lined on both sides with large shade giving trees. And Krishna worshipped Govardhan because Govardhan has mountains, and it's not just a mountain. Govardhan has streams and lakes and ponds and caves and clusters of trees. All along the slopes of Govardhan, there were different clusters of trees. And the trees also, each one had a different variety, you could say. And it's said that surrounding these trees would be leafy creepers that would entwine themselves into the branches of these trees. And the birds would have their nests there. So it was like a peaceful coexistence with respect for each other's space and rights. The birds, the peacocks, the water birds, the water bodies, the lakes, and even those lakes in Vrindavan were very carefully preserved and protected. You go to Mansarovar, Pavan Sarovar, you go to many other, even to this day, the kings of those days built embankments and they figured out some way where the rainwater could come into these lakes. And practically many of these lakes are always having water, even in the peakest of summer. So they built embankments and marble-laden steps and little temples and mantaps and resting places along the banks of these lakes. And especially those significant, important lakes like Radhakund, Shamkund, Uddhavkund, Kusum Sarovar, Manasiganga, Pawankund, which are there along the trekking path around Govardhan. People go and rest there, stay there, have some katha, share some prashadam, sing some kirtan. So, kya hua? Something happened?
No, bro. Somebody on entry, it was unmuted. Sorry, bro. No, somebody.
Yeah. So we are talking about coexistence of different species of life. And Krishna was at the top of all that. So there was no unnecessary felling of trees or cutting of trees or in fact the whole economy lifestyle was based on relishing, enjoying, cherishing gifts of nature, fresh water, lakes, rivers, wells, beautiful flowers and succulent fruits and cows and milk and butter and ghee and grains and most of the members of Krishna's Yadu dynasty were agriculturists, traders and agriculturists. So this is the beautiful countryside. This is India. This is Bharat, where everybody. But somehow we have lost all those, along with losing culture and knowledge about all these things. We have lost also. Everything has gone out. Respect for trees, respect for nature, respect for environment, respecting their rights to live, the right of the tree or the plant or creeper or the birds and the bees, respecting their right to live and exist. So we have to think carefully which direction we are going. ISKCON always likes to be on the forefront of peaceful coexistence of all living entities. If we learn the art of peaceful coexisting, there's enough for everybody. There's more than enough for everybody. This artificial society turns the whole economic structure upside down. And the only thing that can remedy this is deeply reflect on how our life was a few decades back or a few centuries back. And they were thriving then. See, it's like this. It's said that because there was no blood spilled on Mother Earth, blood of animals being slaughtered unnecessarily in large numbers, because there was no blood spilled. It said that whatever you plant, whatever you grow, used to yield generously. Mother Earth would yield very, very generously. Whether it's the fruit, the rice, the ragi, the wheat, the jowar, the millets, Mother Earth would yield bountifully. And because there was no blood being spilled, and there was some kind of a recognition of the Supreme Lord, the seasons also would be very predictable. So that's a different life altogether. Today it's a crazy life, especially in big cities. So I'm happy this program is being done. I'm happy, and I congratulate Arshit and Manjunath, Dr. Manjunath, and all of you students. I appreciate your efforts. I deeply appreciate, I congratulate you. But you need to think carefully. You can't just wait and watch everything being finished, everything being devastated, everything being destroyed. This is very painful to just sit and watch. So I hope all of you will become activists, nature warriors. I don't know what term you use these days, but it's time that we get up and start telling our politicians or whoever, I don't know, politicians or the government or whoever, that we want to reclaim our life, reclaim sanity, reclaim health, wealth, nature, our trees, our pathways, our parks, our wells, our streams, and our devotion to God, to the Creator, who knew how to balance everything and create everything in perfect balance. Civilization has survived millions and millions of yugas, not to speak of years. That's because we learned to respect the natural laws of dharma as given by God. So I leave it at this. I'm sorry I took some extra time. I'm very grateful. I deeply appreciate this program. But I hope this program will slowly turn you into activists also, where you'll start reflecting on how to reverse. It's very important that we reverse, because if we don't do it now, I think it'll become irreversible. Things will be lost forever and ever. And that'll be, I don't know how life will sustain on this planet if we don't respect the rules of nature. So with this thought, but you become God conscious, then God will teach you how to balance everything, how to respect, how to balance, and how to be prosperous also. There's a way of doing it. How to be prosperous also. So think about it. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Dr. Manjunath, we have time for questions, or that's it? I'm sorry, I don't know the exact format of this program.
Yes, with your words of blessings, thank you for wonderful words, your insights and encouragement. You have really taken us to Vrindavan and coexistence of all the species. Thank you for all the encouragement, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
I wish you all the best,
and I wish this program success. I wish all of you the blessings of Lord Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dear students, now it's a great time. I'm very happy to introduce the Deputy Conservator of Forest, Mr. Harsha Bhanu, GP, Indian Forest Service officer, presently working in Yellapura division. I'm very happy to introduce that he was my classmate and one of my very best friends. He has done his BSc Agriculture from GKVK, College of Agriculture, from 2000 to 2004. He is native to Chitradurga district, Hiriyur Taluk. While his student days itself, he was very active in extracurricular activities like drama, skits, Bhumika team in GKVK. And later on, he cleared many exams. I'm very happy to introduce. He has cleared many exams from two banks. He was a officer in two of the banks, and later he shifted as a police sub-inspector. Later, then shifted as a range forest officer. Then later shifted again from range forest officer to assistant conservator of forest. Then he also cleared Indian Revenue Service under UPSC, income tax. He cleared. Then finally now is in the post and portion of Indian Forest Service. All three service he has worked in various capacities, various districts of Karnataka. He has also served for many of the Karnataka state ministers, forest ministers, health ministers, as a personal secretary also. Presently, he is working as a deputy conservator of forest Yellapura. I'm very proud to welcome him, dear Harsha. So we welcome you on behalf of University of Horticulture Sciences, Bagalkot, and also our spiritual scientist, ISKCON. Harsha, over to you. And we have also here Dr. Nagraj, Assistant Professor Agriculture Engineering, and also Dr. Babu, Dr. A.G. Babu, my colleagues and my students, and all the participants here. Harsha, over to you.
Thank you, Manju. ಬೆಳಗಾಗಿ ನಾನೆದ್ದು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ನೆನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಳ್ಳು ಜೀರಿಗೆ ಬೆಳೆಯೋಳ ಭೂಮಿ ತಾಯಿನ ನಾನೊಂದು ಗಳಿಗೆ ನೆನೆದೇನ ಆ ಭೂಮಿ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ನೆನೆಯುತ್ತಾ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀ ವರದ ಕೃಷ್ಣದಾಸ್, ಶ್ರೀ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಗಿರಿಧಾರಿ ಮಂದಿರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, and my dear friends, Dr. Babu, Dr. Manjunath, and Dr. Nagraj, and all participants, students, and dignitaries. So very good evening to all of you. And it's challenging now. It's already 7:30. So I will take a couple of minutes and I will share some of the things which I have learned or observed during from childhood till this date as a forest officer. So this is by seeing this photo, which it is a black and white photo taken in 1970s. So the feeling, the general feeling, because I don't want to take it into a discussion thing because it will take a lot of time. So just I will only briefly introduce and I will go further. By seeing this photo, this black and white photo, it envisages lot of things and lot of feelings in us, in and around it. See the Sashtanga Namaskara that they have done, as Guruji was telling, how it has been explained about Vrindavan, like that every villages used to be like Vrindavan those days. And in this one, just I like to enshrine one of the shloka. Whenever we get up in the morning, this used to be the shloka in most of the homes. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvataspana Mandale Vishnu Patni Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparsham Kshamaswame. So sensitive our elders were, our forefathers were. Even to touch the earth after we get up from the sleep, they used to ask excuse and they used to go to the Mother Earth, then go for their regular activity. Really, are we doing or are we having the same respect towards Mother Earth? and what we are progressing, is that the real progress? So in this regard, this we have to think very seriously, because the water we drink, the air we breathe, it is called as prana vayu, jiva jala. Prana vayu, if that vayu is not there, that oxygen is not there, we cannot sustain for few minutes. Similarly with jiva jala. So with this in mind, our constitutional obligation, because all the dharmas, all these things have been envisaged by the constitutional framework, and it has been included in Article 48A. It shall be the fundamental right of every citizen, and it shall be the duty of every state to protect.
ಸರಸ್ವತಿ, ನಾನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಿನಗೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೀನು? ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿನೂ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡು.
And the state to protect and improve the environment and safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. So here we have to see there are two beautiful things are there. One is Article 48A and another one is 51AG. So in this 51AG, it will speak about fundamental duties. So whenever it is about environment, whenever it is about forest, whenever about it is lakes, rivers and wildlife, it shall be the duty of every citizen to protect and improve the natural environment. Please, somebody has to, Vinayak has to please.
ಸರ್ ನೀನೇ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಾರಿ, ಅದು ಕೋ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿನಾಯಕ ಗಾಳಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್
Okay. So with okay, this Article 51AG and 48A. So these are very important when it comes to forest and wildlife. This is the government or the it is their duty to protect and preserve environment and give it in as it is state, and also it shall be duty of every citizen. This is the only two things which makes there is a symbiotic association, because only in the name of government we cannot start polluting everything. So this is enshrined in that one. Similarly, even if we say all Vedas and everything, whenever we speak about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, so in this respect, we have to remember one shloka which tells Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhagbhavet. If we should not be in sorrows, we should not have dukkha's, means all the beings on this earth should be at its best and it should be protected and conserved. Similarly, UN Declaration on Rights of Indigenous People recognizes that respect for indigenous knowledge, cultures and traditional practices contributes to sustainable and equitable development and proper management of the environment. See, it's not that every culture has to be respected. This one in Ayurveda, it says very specifically Dinacharya and Rutucharya. And depending on Rutucharya, we are having lot of festivals. We actually celebrate the Rutu. We celebrate the every Rutu, whenever it changes, we celebrate as festivals. In next coming slides, I will discuss on those. that whatever the spiritual side we are taking, and how we are, whoever is near to forests, near to lakes, near to hills, that is called as actually spiritualism, in spiritual awakening. So whenever it comes to biological diversity, it is not from microbes to the megafauna or flora. It is also, it signifies us our food security, medicines, fresh air, water, shelter, everything is dependent on this clean air and water. So when we speak about various religions, they are there, and all the religions, the basic significance and wherever it will start, whenever it the begins, and the beginning will be invariably, the beginning will be invariably from forest or from trees or gardens. So whenever this, it may be Judaism, or lot of things is there in this. I will share the presentation with you. I will take into main aspects. So even whenever the God has created, first he has created the Eden garden in Christianity and this Judaism. That is the basic principle. So after gardens only everything will start. Even in Hinduism, everything is related to environment and its importance. Even in Gita, whatever we wanted to offer, it is called as Phala, Patra, Pushpa and Jalam. So this is the thing which we have to offer. And if you see all these things, it is only related to forest, trees and environment, the good environment. And whenever we offer even the flowers, when it comes to Buddhism, in Buddhism also, the primarily the enlightenment itself, whenever it will speak about enlightenment, it is under a peepal tree. So in Islam also, lot of significance is given. The first preaching was given under a this kharjur, this tree, and when they will shift on a Friday for like Naman or for prayers, there is a quote that the tree will start crying. So this will signifies the relationship between the prophet and the tree. And also many gifts and from paradise it will tell, in that meswak is considered one of the gift, and also holy basil, tulsi. Actually lot of significance is there on tulsi in our religion, and specifically even in olden days there used to be no like all out good night something, insect repellents were not there. So at that time also it is used as an insect repellent, and whenever we keep a lamp, due to that radiation and heat, automatically there will be some fragrance and aroma which used to act as an insect repellent also. So and also it used to act as a aromatherapy. So on this every religion has given importance. Similarly, without bees and honey bees and all these things, the world cannot sustain for few months. So that is the importance, and this importance is told in even in Quran. So if you see this photo, generally what we become nostalgic and we start thinking. Generally, wherever, in whichever villages we go, in all those villages, we can see this type of platforms. And what used to happen on this platform and why they were required and is it needed? If you think about it, generally, majorly, there are few species which are selected and most of them belong to ficus species. So even just I wanted to remember here that even there is one species of ficus which is called as Ficus krishna. So in the name of Sri Krishna, and it tells that in Brindavan he used to eat the butter with using with this ficus leaf, and it is just like a cup only. That shape of the leaves is cup. So this ficus is having lot of importance. It might be people tree, and along with this tree, they plant another one very important tree, that is neem, Margosa, Azadiracta indica. And these two trees, what they will do, why they are required? Nowadays, after COVID, we could see there are so many oxygen bars have been opened in cities. But in olden days, wherever these two trees are there, wherever neem is there, neem is used as a bactericide, fungicide, nematicide, and for most of the preservation, it is used except for suicide. So this is used everywhere, neem. So that is the purity of neem and the purity of people tree, the purest oxygen which will give. And if for some time, if they go there, if they sit for few minutes, then automatically they get rejuvenated and they will enjoy, they will cherish, and they will come back. It is just like being some exercise, or it is just like doing pranayama and all these things. So our elders knew this one. So in the name of conservation, they had such platforms in every villages. But what is happening nowadays? Are they there? Are we protecting them? Actually, even these small platforms have been encroached, and we don't have even respect towards these trees. So this has to be, again, we have to rethink on such issues and creating such type of assets in villages. Wherever it is possible, wherever there is some vacant lands are there, places are there. If we could not create, at least we can plant these trees, saplings. And if you see, just a few days back, as we are in Shravana Masam, and if you see the top position, there is a this ant hill, Valmika, what we call it as. So downside, if you see what it is, actually beneath the this termite hill, termitorium, this is the very biggest one of the termitoriums, which acts as a water harvesting structures also, temperature regulation structures, and above these are vertical, this one are there. And really, do we worship Naga here? And whether serpent or snakes are present in this one? Maybe, they may be present. But at the same time, why this is done during this month of July, August? If you see, this is the monsoon period for India. This is the time when we start all our agricultural activity. And after sowing, if there are rodents and all these things are there, the farmers and our forefathers, they knew very well there is a natural method of controlling them. And whatever you see we offer, it is offered, it may be from till or sesamum, some products are made which will attract these rodents, and these fruits and all these things, some fried items, all these things which attract the rodents, and automatically even one rat snake is considered, the name itself is a rat snake, it is called as farmer's friend. So that control was required for upcoming cropping season. So that we have celebrated in the name of Nagaradhane. And similarly, when we see the below thing, see that is the whenever the termites will construct, it will first see wherever moisture is there, and water table and everything, then it will mix the soil with saliva and they will start constructing. So these are all the places they signifies where water is also there and water table is also there. So this is in Varaha Mihira, in Bruhat Samhita tells same thing. At particular direction and particular this one, if you find Nerale, Caesium, Jamun, and this termite, this termitoriums, then it will tell that some water source is present here. So this is how the internal water aquifers were identified by our elders. So this is the reason we worship in this side in North Karnataka. We worship this one as the festival of brotherhood, the festival where the sisters will visit the brother, and as today is also Raksha Bandhan. After some day in South Karnataka, it is as for next progeny. So the best thing should happen. So we want to worship this Nagas. So this is the emphasis that our elders have given for this Nagaradhana. Similarly, if you see this photo, in every villages, there used to be some place which is kept for conservation, where even we cannot bring single leaf or stalk or soil from that place. So whenever the man turned from gatherer, hunter, and then he started slowly move towards cultivation, he knew one thing, that whatever I am doing, I should keep some place intact where biological diversity should be intact and that the evolution should continue. And in this name, we have conserved various places in the name of Devarakadu, Daivi Vana, Nagavana, Nagabana, even Bhutapuna Topu, or like Muneshwarana Topu, Chaudi, Kali, Maramma, Dyavamma, all these names we have kept. Once in a year, we used to go there and just celebrate Varbidu Atva Balabidu. So going there and being there for one day. Even when we see in Bhagavatam, even this Govardhana related comes about Sri Krishna, they will go for worshipping of that hill on one day. So these types of worships from time immemorial, it is there. And here, this is the place where we get medicines and the biological diversity is intact. There is no disturbance and all types of this one is intact. So this is a place we have to conserve even nowadays. We should not disturb. It should be free from any types of chemicals and all these things. So as I have told, not only many religious from the world, they are signifies on this type of conservation. If you see this tree, this is a tree from Biligiri Ranganapetta. This is called as Doddasampige. So even the tribes there, the Soligas who are there, they only worship this tree as Sri Ranga. So see, even the tribal culture also emphasis on conservation of such type of trees and conservation of forests. And also there are so many Navagrahavana, Rashivana, Shiva Panchayitvana. These concepts are there in our Vedas. And here if you see Navagrahavana, it emphasizes that even in remedial astrology, Parihara Jyotisha, it says that so many things you can do for Parihara after prediction. And those Pariharas, if you want to do, it is not necessary that you should visit all temples. This is one type only. Kshetra Darshana is there. There is Yantra, Mantra, Arahadane, Homa, Havana, all these things are given. But there is one Vruksha Ayurveda and Vruksha Aradhane. In Vruksha Aradhane, even giving a water, just supplying with some nutrients or by sapling these seedlings, all it is equivalent to thousands of yagnas, it has been told. So it's very simple remedy, and also it will give happiness to us by planting these saplings. So that happiness is the remedy for all types of whatever misleadings or psychological things that we are facing. If you see even the choice of species, even small, even grasses are there, like Cenodon, are from there to even up to people tree. So many species are there. That choice is also with us only. And if you see in next week, 16th, we are celebrating Krishnastami. So what a beautiful, on 15th of August, we are celebrating Independence Day. So this is the diversity that, see, the India is diverse. So we have that unity in this diversity. This is the example. Mother in her, whatever the costume, and kid she is taking for this one to school. So this religion and science also, we have to use it very cautiously. It should not be used for a negative thing. Even if you use fission or fusion reaction, we may use it as a bombs, or we may use it. I am in Yellapur. Kaiga is just 40 kilometers from here. We are using it for a bringing the for production of electricity and lighting our homes. So similarly, religion also, it has to be used for lighting our homes. So apart from this one, there are types of pollutions are there. This definitely Dr. Babu and Manjunath might have been covered in detail in this one. So about global warming, climate change, wetlands, the challenges for conservation, all these things are there. So whenever see these wetlands are very important, our forests are important, and what is the value of wetlands and value of forest? Which value is highest? What we think? If you think forest is having more value per hectare of forest, per hectare of wetland, which is having more value? Why this forest and wetlands to be conserved? If we quantify, the study was done in 2000, just I am sharing those the data of those study, and why this wetland has to be conserved. What is the importance of this wetland? See, if you see deforestation and all these things, so since almost many million year back, what was the concentration of carbon dioxide, and what is the carbon dioxide concentration in last century, and what is in last decade? So there is a decadal increase in the use of fossil fuel. And even in today's last week, if you see our trade wars related to all these things, and even USA, India, Russia, everything is dependent on actually using of fossil fuels. Actually, we are speaking in terms of trillion economy, trillion, but are we speaking in terms of drinking water wherever it is there? Like we used to drink water near lakes, we used to drink water near streams, and even in summers we used to go and open just some sand pits and we used to get water. Do we really get water? Can we drink the same water now? When we are sending our kids to schools, we are keeping on water bottle and we are reminding that kid, please don't drink water outside. That means we have snatched freedom. We have snatched that right to drink whatever, that wherever that kid can drink the water. Who has done all these things? Within few decades, 30 years back, wherever tap water, even canal water, rivers water, we used to drink. But now we are not drinking. Everyone want RO water. Everyone want UV filtered water. Where are we taking our next generation? We cannot drink freely water wherever we want, and we cannot breathe freely. And being in some cities, it is considered as just they're being like a chain smokers. So they may be actively or passively, one or the other way. We are all suffering from this type of things. Because of this, lot of health issues are there, and it is hypertension, diabetes, stress, and lot of hormonal changes. All these things are happening, lack of good air. And in some cities, even kids are suffering from asthma or bronchial related problems. Every 2 to 3 months, once they go for antibiotics. So this is the quality of air that what we have made. We have to think about it, and to clean this air, one is we have to be environment friendly, reuse, reduce, recycle, and refuse. If you don't want something, please refuse, kindly refuse. If you are going to shop, why you want to go empty hand? You know you are going to shop, go with a bag, so that you will have that, you will reduce some amount of plastic. Similarly, wherever it is possible, even the lights what we use, whether required or not required, we keep on using. Even the tap we doesn't close properly. It's a just 2 minutes. Think about this one. What the changes you want to bring? First, you be that change. Then we can, and they bring those changes, inculcate with our kids. So if you see the ice glacier that is melting down, the thickness is decreasing slowly, and in with few decades, definitely this ice will melt. If ice will melt, if you see, this is 1950s photo, and now presently this is this one, and in 2050 it will still decrease. So what will happen? Are we the only species on this earth? There are thousands of species which are living. Actually, they don't know what is happening. It is thinking my next generation will be at its best, but we are the cause for it to suffer. So we have to think about this and act accordingly. So similarly, the sea level rise. If sea level rise, some of the countries will perish. And above for India, if you see all our coastals, the major cities which we are located, it might be Mumbai, it might be Panji, it might be Chennai, Kolkata, all major cities, 1/4 population are just within 50 kilometers of the coast. What they should go? Where they should go? Just 2 degrees. If there is a rise in temperature, this will happen. Similarly, it will destroy the coral reefs, coastal vegetation. So, and ultimately it will lead to, in one place, the rainfall will drastically change. If you see these photos, this is photo of Mumbai. All people will come on roads and they will stand in roads because of heavy rains. Or in same thing, other places, there will be drought. Even in Karnataka, today's position, if you just think, after 15 days, if you see the newspaper, after this monsoon is gone, minimum 50% talukas will be declared as drought prone talukas. Where they should go? We are not understanding the basic concept of all these things. And not only this one, if there is an increase in temperature, after certain level, there will be decrease in yield of every crop. So now we are speaking about climate resilient agriculture, horticulture, all these things. See, when we speak about export and import, when we speak about exporting the water intensive crops or its products, it may be sugar, it may be paddy. To produce 1 kg, 600 to 1000 liters of water we are consuming. And if you, that to potable water, dam water. And what we are selling for 40 rupees kg of sugar. We are exporting. And we are speaking of multi-trillion economy. Just we have to think and make use perfectly. Then only we can give better. Where this species has to go? We worship as Matsya Avatara, Kurma Avatara. There is one good thing from ISKCON and other sister organizations which is happening. There is one Kurma village where they are very near to nature. Near Kanapur, there is one village where they don't have any electricity or anything. So they are again reinventing how to live, how we can be peacefully being there. So if anybody get a chance, please visit those places. New species still we are identifying. They are highly, very sensitive to temperature. We have to think about that. Let us not imagine some next our kids should not go on this type of wherever they should not be forced to go out because of our mistakes. The real sustainable development is whatever we have enjoyed, as it is the same thing next generation should enjoy. So even in agriculture, without proper use of package of practices, without consulting the agricultural department or horticulture department, just on their own they start using the pesticides, and there is lot of this microbial resistance is there. Microbial resistance is very dangerous even in human beings and also in crops. So this we have to check. Even when it comes to food, what food we are eating, from where we are getting, and whether whenever there is a US system of food and agriculture, is the norms are very strict. But in our case, they dip some of the vegetables and they bring from insecticide and they directly give. So these type of things, as we are all now working in some institutes, and you will be entering some institutes after your graduation. So you have to think on this line. So again, we have to go back to traditional breeds and domesticated animals. This is another thing. So when forest and wetland it come, so the services of wetlands are more per hectare of wetland, and it will weigh little bit more compared to forest. What wetland will give? See, wetland, the water will be used for agriculture, water will be used for drinking, and it will be inside the lake. There will be farming will be there. This fish culture, pisciculture will be there, and also many birds and all these things are dependent on only on wetlands. 40% of the bird species are dependent. Once the water is drained out, the soil is taken and it is used again for farms or for orchards. It will the nutrient recycling will happen. The soil erosion, whichever eroded on the top of that catchment area, watershed area, again it will be going back. So nutrition recycling will happen, and a local climate, 2 to 3 degree temperature, the temperature will be decreased because of these wetlands. Apart from all these things, there is also a one cultural relationship between wetlands and people. Whenever these wetlands will flow and whenever they will be filled, it will be celebrated in like worshipping of Ganga and like this, and all the relations, sisters, brothers, everyone will be called in such places. So this is one of the cultural value of wetlands. Apart from this one, it will also have a recreational values. Just going a walk on Bund, going even now also, if we go on Sankey Tank, actually thousands of people will be there. Why they will come? It will have a recreational value. You cannot actually, these two things, the cultural value and recreational value, for how much lakhs or crores of rupees, we cannot quantify it. All other things we can quantify. So biodiversity values, these are all the species these are numbers, just you can see. Approximately 40 to 50% of the species are completely dependent on wetlands. So on their survival will depend on wetland conservation and wetland survival. Similarly, amphibians, fishes, in that endangered endemic is there. That means they are slowly vanishing. Those species now they are not on earth. 103 species, 223 species, very few species are left, and so many species are extinct. They are not there on this earth. So we have to think about them. Similarly, even in wetlands, we are facing a lot of problem. The native species we are losing. See, ecosystem services and its values. So climate regulation, disturbance regulation, water regulation, erosion control, nutrient recycling, food production, genetic resource, pollination, soil formation, water supply, wastewater treatment. So BOD, whenever the water start flowing, the BOD, the maintenance is very important. So because of all these things, wetlands will weigh a little bit more. So we have to, very important, every year we have to maintain wetland. For wetland, maintenance is needed. Whereas for forest, we should not disturb, we should be kept as it is. So this is the major difference between these two things. So ecosystem values, this is all, as I have told, some data of the research. I will share, you can read this. So how these values are arrived per hectare. So this is the study, and whoever that study report is in this one, Nature, in that publication it is there. If you see every year's budget and wetlands, this one, if you keep up with inflation, whatever India's budget is there, 2 times more than that wetlands will give. In spite of all these values, wetlands are shrinking. So this photo actually particularly I wanted to discuss. Whenever you enter cities, whenever a village Gram Panchayat is declared as a Pattana Panchayat or Nagara Sabha or Mahanagara Palike or Greater Mahanagara Palike, actually I start thinking the photo will change, the imagination will change. Immediately the wetlands will be encroached. Next, all effluents will directly go into these wetlands, sewage and waste, and this wetland will become waste dumping sites. Who are responsible for this? Primarily the producers. Who are producing? Are we really going for segregation? Even in homes, are we doing after segregation wet waste? We can use it very well for kitchen gardening, or small pots we can reuse it. Even a tulsi, holy basil, I had put in this kitchen waste recycle, this one. For 3 years, it came very well. So that we can do instead of, and we can start using for ourselves. So instead of dumping and sending it back. In 50% of wetlands have disappeared. Even in Karnataka, Majestic, where we are there, wherever there is a Kantirava Stadium, all these things where once upon a time Darbamudi Kere, Kempambudi Kere, all these lakes we have lost in Bangalore itself. Kolar has lost almost 50% of wetlands. And also about man-animal conflict, do's and don'ts. Whenever there is a man-animal conflict, please don't go to those areas because you are not experts. Whenever the experts will come, they will handle it. Or otherwise, the handling public and people will be one of the most challenging tasks. See this elephant. Why these elephants are essential in our ecosystem? If you see this photo, one side water is there, this side there is no water. If elephant comes, it is a small ecosystem. It will, from its leg, it will open the soil and it will open up. From there, the water will start oozing. For 15 to 20 days, other species will start drinking this water till next rains. Or otherwise, the small herbivores and birds is not having that capacity. And if it goes, there will be no grass below. It will, because of its height, it will go to branches. It will just pick the food. It will eat little bit and it will just throw and go. Behind this elephant, all those deers and all everything will be coming. This is a food chain and food web. So if it is there, it will help others. Because we don't go and give food for all these herbivores. But this elephant understands this is the nature. So because of that, we want to conserve such type of mega fauna. See, with all these things, what we can do, what changes we can bring, what small things we can look into it. One thing is we have to be energy efficient in every matter. As I have told, if electricity is required, how much it is required, only use that much. And can you go by foot? Can you use cycles instead of two-wheelers? Or can you plan your visit instead of going again and again and coming back? Or can you pull your friends and go and come? Carpooling or vehicle pooling, all these things. Or can we use mass transportation? So these are all the things just we have to think. So this is called as recycle, reduce, reuse. Very, very important. I always tell refuse. If you don't want, if the food, how much is required, only eat that much. Don't eat more. And once you start eating more, the body will start accumulating it. Depending on your age, depending on whether male or female, depending on everything, you need carbohydrates, proteins, lipids. Depending on that, you start using. So this is how actually, if we start thinking Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, then definitely all animals, all beings should be at its best. Means we have to think about everyone. As Dalai Lama Ji has told, our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. If possible, you help. If not possible, at least keep for yourself. So all the species, all the beings are having a right to live on this earth, and this earth is only one earth, and God has given to us. Let us protect it, let us conserve it, and let us safely hand over to the next generation. So with these things, I end here. Thank you. Now it is open for discussion. Please, if you have anything, you can ask the questions.
Yeah, dear students. So now this is the time to interact.
Arshabana sir.
So, yes, go ahead.
Yes, please.
Sir, how does the conservation differs from preservation, sir? Can you explain in brief, sir?
It's actually 8:30, Dr. Nagaraj, so I don't want to waste time. This is very basic. This one is there. So conservation, whenever the name we use conservation, it is in perpetuity. That's what I am telling. Next generation. Preserve as it is, just keep. So conserve even its whole, this one. In previously what used to be there, whatever I have spoken till now is about conservation only. Just keeping as it is preservation without any deterioration. I am not speaking about preservation, it's about conservation. We have to improve its qualities if possible, then hand it over safely.
Thank you.
Any other queries, students? Please interact.
See, for us, as I told you, since when we get up, we worship Mother Earth. When we touch the water, we worship as Gangecha, Yamunecha, Godavari, Saraswati. So in everywhere, in every aspect, we are seeing God and godliness. See, it is a era of nanotechnology. Now we are thinking even every being is having a memory. Earlier we used to tell every being is not having a memory, only living, non-living, all these things. Even earlier, heart was considered as just a pumping machine. But now there is a science and it has proved heart is also having a memory. It will take the feelings. Because of that, every culture will always tell heartily, Rutpurvaka, or like this, Teh Dil Se. So these are all the words in every culture we use. So like that, there are so many unknowing things are happening in and around us. We have to actually concentrate on those things, and the feelings of human body or whatever we feel, whichever is good, please start doing that one. Start practicing it.
Okay. Dear
So,
friends
sir.
or participants. Yes.
Sir, we are talking about, it is now, we'll say that it is a technology era. So we use many technology to, for a lot of things, in a daily life also. So I have small questions. I mean, how can we use technology as a environmental conservations or for
okay.
maybe a forest conservation?
As now we are speaking, so this itself is an example, dear.
Yeah.
So the technology we are using for exchange of our ideas, thoughts, and experience and expertise. You may have some your own experience. You will learn and you will start sharing it. This now WebEx or Zoom or Google Meet, all these things. This is a technology. Now I am in Yellapur. Today is holiday actually, but I am able to connect with all of you and share some good things. So that is how a technology can always be used for best things. It depends on how we use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Students, any students to comment or summarize? And always, if you want to ask some questions in sense.
So don't think you should ask only on these things. So I'm having my alma mater and my fraternity. I'm from same university. I have a lot of love. Whenever remember about GKVK, whenever even Manju also now while introducing was telling about GKVK. So GKVK, the word itself will give a lot of happiness. That university, agriculture and horticulture university, that name will start giving happiness. Any question, anything you can start asking. Our university is one of the best universities because I have been trained, as Manju told, in 7-8 institutions, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, Central Academy for State Forest Services, even in Mussoorie, all many academies. Definitely, our universities are having a lot of infrastructure and facilities. Please make use of that facility. Have good friends. Even if today I'm speaking here, it is just because of some good friends. We were very fortunate to meet them in our university, in our colleges. It is definitely Manju and Girish, Babu, Nagraj. So all has, you make good friends, have a good team, and decide and make good friends. Then automatically, as per your wish, as per your dream, you start pursuing it, and one day you are going to achieve it. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Okay. If there are no more questions, anybody want to comment, add something?
Sir.
Nago ನಿನ್ questions
ಹಾ
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
sir.
ಆಮೇಲೆ
Hare
phone ಮಾಡಿ
Rama,
ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊ.
Hare Rama, Hare
Student
Krishna to all.
students
So just I
ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
want to summarize, sir.
Students. Wait, not you. I want somebody, the participants, to summarize. Okay. Vijeta, can you please summarize, give your comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm really sorry, Prabhuji. I was not there all the time, so I could not hear much, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Whatever you hear, you can tell. Otherwise, somebody in the students. Okay. Now, I request you to kindly offer the vote of thanks for the speaker and also the participants. Babu?
Manju,
Please.
thank you, Harsha Banu. I think you are the right person for this right audience. This arrangement has been done by Dr. Manjunath Ramana. Yes, as we so far discussed or listened, and it is much relevant to what we taught in the classrooms. Since in the classrooms and we learned the conservation methods and the disaster management methods. Now today we learn from we listen from the right person. So he's the one always since I think past 1 decade within the forest. He's the person. He was in directly contact with the local forest administrations, and also he's the officer. He knows very well what is the local constraints under the local problems and to the global problems. Okay, so I think we had a good opportunity to listen him. So with a huge experience, we really enlightened. Okay, most of the things. Even though we are following one of the rituals or some cultural activities, we didn't know why we are following, and today I think we hope we realize that and why we are doing, and sometimes we are doesn't know where we're going to end. And also, Arshabanu has given, and also he is going to caution our responsibility, not only who is to do. So it is we to do, or me to do, I to do. So he has cautioned us. Otherwise, where will going to be leads? This ecology, he has given some of the examples, extinguish of the species, birds, and also a lot of flora and microfauna. So really, it is a right time to take a just like a oath to conserve or preserve or to for the next generation. Thank you, Dr. Arshabanu. For really, he was as you said, it's already 8:30. Even though his busy schedule, he made his time to the students and all the audience. And really, it's down to earth what I learned and what I just listened. And I hope this lecture this is going to be really beneficial for the students since he has given current examples, what we taught in the books, that is from what you written. It is going to be live examples, what is going across right now presently. He really summarized all those things. He has presented us what really required for us. Okay, I hope as you mentioned, yes, Arsha, we are going to be take responsibility to learn, and also you're going to share this your thoughts to our friends, relatives, neighbors also, to make sure that the same good nature has to be there for the next generation also. So I hope it is helpful for all. I think many students they are all in holiday today, and even though many couldn't join, a few joined. Okay, I hope those students listen. Please share these ideas to the students those who are not attended today. So that's how we can share what he said. It's the communication what to match us the technology. Yes, thank you, Harsha. I couldn't join it from starting. I joined a little bit late. I was driving. And really, yes, Harsha, we proud to say that he is our alumni, our UKVK alumni. I was also alumni and he was a classmate. He has reached such a high level, and also he is working hard to conserve the nature. So he is a role model for the most of the students, including many of us. Okay, thank you, Harsha, for joining us. And thank you, Manjunath Ramana, for making this chance to listen to him.
Thank you, everyone. Actually, we are celebrating festivals. whenever we celebrate festival, there is one festival, even now the Vijayadashami will come. They will go and they will tell Banni mudibeku, Banni kodbeku, ಅಥವಾ we should give all these leaves. They will not have tree of their own. They never plant a sapling. But on that day, completely they will even they will not leave twigs and branches, and they will bring. See, celebration of festival is whatever you are bringing, you should at least have that minimum mercy and courtesy and empathy towards those species. Have some seeds or seedlings, plant in some vacant place or wherever there is some degraded forest or there some species. Similarly, when it comes to mango on Ugadi or this New Year day, from other farms or somewhere they just break open and they bring and they will have a torana and all these things. I always tell, at least wherever you are having a bunds, now bunds are shrinking. Please see that on every bunds these species used to be there in olden days, but now they are not there. The bunds are the sources of 5 F's: fruits, fiber, fuel, furniture, and all these things used to be given by bunds, but bunds are decreasing now. Please have enough bund so that there a small forest will exist, bund forest. After 20 years, if you want some timber for construction, you will get there. 1 or 2 teak will be there, or neem will be there. When you have some fruits, some syzygium will be there, or any other species will be there. But that is dwindling. And from that bund, used to have all types of festival. That is known as Rutu Charya. Depending on Rutu, we have celebrated it. And to celebrate, you should have a source. It is not just going and plucking from some other compound or just purchasing from market. From market also, where it will come. Think on these lines. And whenever you eat some fruits, whenever it is the season of mango, after eating, please keep those nuts or shells. Whenever you go to your field or wherever you are going, just take 2 minutes, at least show that some soil for it. If God has given strength, because inside that even every seed, there is a life form. That life, the God will give an opportunity to grow, it will grow. Otherwise, simply throwing in dustbins, it is of no use. Big trees and all these things, seeds I'm speaking. Please kindly, if this change, if you can bring lot of these seeds and seedlings and trees, we can see in future.
Yes, sure, Arsha. It's nice tips for the students and for us. So definitely, we're going to be adopt in coming days. Thanks a lot. Manju?
Thank you, Dr. Babu. Arsha, wonderful message. Even at the end, thank you so much. And for the information of the participants, every Saturday from 7 to 8, we have some special classes like this related to the environment, spiritual, science, all connected. So we request you all to kindly join on every Saturday from 7 to 8. So we'll have some interesting topics. Last week we had related to the cosmology, Vedic cosmology, how the different planetary systems are arranged. And anybody want, we have a recorded YouTube channel videos we can share. So finally, I thank Dr. Babu for conveying the thanks, and also again thanks to the participants, thanks to DCF Harsha, our very dear friend, and thank you one and all. And though it is 8:33, still most of the students and participants are still there. So thank you so much. So we end the session here.
We'll end the session here. So it is Krishnarpanamastu. Everything is in name of Sri Krishna we are doing. Let us do whatever you believe in, that some supreme supernatural power. You have that consciousness and start working towards it. That's the thing. Thank you for your patience listening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harsha.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Every year we buy this bunny for 20 rupees and we bring in the house and we keep in the house temple. But
Yes,
we give everyone that bunny and we do Panchang Pranam.
we're getting late. We want to start the other session, and also Dr. Harsha is also getting late. Thank you, Harsha. I think on the already you've given a lot of time to us, and also your office, Harsha. We thank your office people also.
I'm with me. With me, Guru Prasad is there. Since almost 5 o'clock, our deputy range forest officer. So and also Prashant is there. So all are working even on second Saturdays, and tomorrow is also holidays there. So I thank them also. Thank you, Manju.
That is very important actually, to thank your office team, Harsha. So kind of them actually. Thank you, Harsha.
Okay.